video is about my 5 most important tips for preparing for a move. Most people feel unprepared for moving because it's a huge project, and it's usually in addition to everything else you have going on in your life, whether it's your job, your kids, whatever it is. It's a huge project, okay? So here are my 5 tips for moving prep. Number 1, have a timeline. Know when your move is and how much time you have each day to dedicate for moving prep. Whether it's an hour, 3 hours, or 10, whatever it is, you need to have some kind of a timeline, okay? So you break down the time and you dedicate each week or each time slot for a specific task that you're going to work on, and try to complete the task as best as you can, okay? So if today, let's say I'm focusing on my kitchen fancy tableware, whatever, that I'm not going to use in the next few weeks, I'm going to try and complete that, okay? Which brings me to tip number 2. Easy wins, okay? You want to pack first the things that are not in use very often, and you want to label those boxes. Label every box all the time, of course, where it's going, what's inside, that's obvious, but also label it as less important, so when you get to your new home, everyone knows you don't need to unpack those first. You do not need your fancy china for the first week in your new home, most likely, so you don't have to worry about unpacking it, okay? You want to make sure that you know which boxes are more important to unpack first and which are less important. That brings me to tip number 3. You want to sort everything in your home. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The KonMari method says that you need to only hold things that spark joy in your home. So if you're going through your closet and you see those pair of jeans that you haven't worn in 5 years because they make you feel, I don't know, you don't like the way you feel in them, then please don't move with them, okay? This is the best time to part with items and to do it all at once, because you have to pack them, you have to touch them. When you touch something that doesn't bring you joy, okay, whatever it is, wherever it is in the house, please put it in the pile for donation or recycling or whatever it is. Sort everything and only take with you the things that spark joy that you want in your new beginning, in your new life, okay? Tip number 4 is set a donation pickup date that will help you organize your time and know which items or which categories you want to sort before the pickup date, okay? So you can find charities that will take furniture, clothing, kitchenware, all of that, okay? And that will save you time to go to the location, and it will also give you some kind of a timeline for when you need to sort and donate whatever you're not taking with you, okay? And that brings me to tip number 5. Do not sort the following items before you move. Do not sort paper, pictures, and sentimental items, because once you go down memory lane, it will take up a lot of time and it will not be worth it, because most likely you will not pare down on a ton of items that you're going to pack anyways. Paper takes a lot of brain power. You need to be focused and make sure that you're not discarding things that you actually need to keep, and therefore I really do not recommend, unless you have months and months before the move, okay? You can always do this on the other end when you have more time, and then you'll be able to do this the right way. Also, when you're packing your papers or your sentimental items or your pictures, make sure you label them the same way I described before, and also know that these are not important to unpack right away. The things you want to unpack right away are everything that you need to have a functional, bare bones home, okay? So you need your kitchen items, you need your kids' stuff, and you need your clothes to be able to function in the new home, and then the rest can come as you have time, okay? Next week I'm going to post about what's really important to keep in mind and pack for the day of the move and the first week in your new home. This is especially important if you have kids So make sure you catch that. If you are moving before I post next week, please send me a message and I'll be happy to give you the important information you need. It's just not ready for posting, but I'll be happy to guide you through it. I still have a few more dates left for July and August. So if you're moving, or you know anyone else who's moving and needs help prepping for the move and unpacking in the new home, I am here for you. So I'll be really excited to see you next week to talk about moving. Please comment with questions or suggestions or your favorite tips for moving.